Supporters of former Christchurch City Councillor Deon Swiggs have this afternoon filed court proceedings, claiming the election result that ousted him was seriously compromised. Mr Swiggs was accused of inappropriate social media messages to people as young as 13 and insisting on hugs instead of handshakes. He denied the allegations but was subsequently voted out. The court action follows the council's decision to drop its investigation into the allegations. Conan Young reports.
Deon Swiggs' supporters say the way the complaint against him was handled represents a breach of the Electoral Act. They were not available to be interviewed or to explain exactly how the Act had been breached, but said his campaign had been sabotaged. They said the result of the election was therefore seriously compromised. This at the same time as the council's decision to drop the investigation into Mr Swiggs. The council's chief executive, Dawn Baxendale, also wouldn't be interviewed, but sent a statement saying the code of conduct can only be enforced against sitting councillors, not those who have left office. Labour's Christchurch Central MP, Duncan Webb, says it feels like the investigation has been half-baked.
Yeah, look, I feel for Deon in this situation because he has been, tried in the court of public opinion and through the media, and we know that's not the best way to go. We know it's not the most accurate. He thought that there was a process in place through which he could have his say and, if appropriate, be vindicated. It's now been taken away.
Community activist Wayne Hawker has already laid his own code of conduct complaint against the Mayor for her handling of the matter. He says Leanne Dalzell should have initiated an investigation in May when she first heard of the complaints. He says the council's move to drop the investigation is gutless.
A man's livelihood has been, and his good name has been tarnished. He should be given a chance to clear his name, and they've taken that away from him.
Deon Swiggs has declined all interview requests since RNZ reported details of the complaints against him back in September. To date, he has told his side of the story through a series of statements and press conferences where questions were not allowed. Most recently, he posted a 4-minute video message on Facebook.
The investigator, Judge Matthews, found that 2 complaints had materiality and required further investigation. He then put the investigation on hold till after the council election, despite me and my senior legal counsel asking that the full hearing be held pre-election so that I was able to clear my name. The whole process has been flawed from the start.
In the video, Mr Swiggs says he's considering lodging a judicial review of the council's process. Law Professor Bill Hodge says he could have a good case, and there's a chance the council may be forced to continue with its investigation.
It wouldn't result in a substantive outcome on the merits on one side or the other. It would just say you should continue because you've exposed the complainants and, more importantly, one of your former councillors to the implications and the innuendo of having committed serious misconduct. And that's an improper place to leave him hanging.
The anonymous complainants have declined to be interviewed, but did say they were also disappointed the investigation had been dropped. RNZ contacted all 16 city councillors and the Mayor to ask if they thought natural justice had been followed in the council's handling of this matter. All either refused to comment or did not return calls. One councillor, Aaron Kewen, says there's been no natural justice. Kei Ototahi Aho, mō te hōtaka o te ahi, ko Conan Young tēnei.